Yo, what's going on guys, it's Generous here today and I'm back on BioBuilds episode 3 where today I am going to be using the birch block, which I think is going to be the hardest one out of every single one, because I know Acacia I did Sen's house with, Dark Oak is kind of similar to Spruce, Jungle to be fair, Jungle I'm a bit iffy about as well, it's not as hard as this, but what I might do with alongside this one today is I might see if I use the strip birch logs, yeah that's correct. That's what they are. Which I'm going to do that, but I'm obviously, as I was saying with some of the rules I had, is that I've got to have obviously all these items in it, which I can add all them later. But I've got to make each house different. So I'm going to have that house different to this house different to this one. You get the idea of going around each one. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around. I'm going to make the base layer, add a few like support beams, like this framework for it, and I'll get back with that, and then I'll start the roof. So I'll be back here in just a second. Right, as you can see, I've got a different framework to that house and that house. Whereas this one I basically had we had a 3x1, which is like an L shape. We had this one was a 3x2. Oh, actually, sorry, no, a 3x3 with 2 high. Whereas that was a 3x1, which was 3 high as well. Whereas this one, we're only going to go 1 high and then 1 up. This is basically like a bit of a plus sign, if you look at it, which is a bit of an odd house to be totally honest with you, but as I was saying before, I've got to do something different. So I think what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to get the next set of blocks. So I'm obviously going to use cobblestone to get them. I'm not using spruce, let's go into this, get some birch, get some, no, not the saplings, what am I doing? There we go, get that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing the roof now, and once I've got pretty much the majority of it done, I'll come back to you and then just show you an update on what it looks like. Right guys, as you can see, I've done the roof. It looks a bit more odd and a bit more unique than all the other builds, which, do you know what, I don't mind that. And especially because it doesn't look that, to be totally honest with you, it doesn't look that big. But obviously I'm going to try and make the most of like how much space I've really got. So if we're going to get this, yeah, where is it? The block. There it is, this first block. Right, we're going to have the door on this side again. So we'll have the door, I'm thinking, there. We'll make this the door there. Because then what I can do is if I get some, well it's right there actually, save me doing that. Is just go around and add it so I can have it maybe is, let's see, get a shovel, have a bit of a path here as well. Yeah, I don't know, it's golden shovel. Get a bit of a path going. Like that. I don't know, it's just something, as you can see, along the lines, but what I'm going to do is go around, just changing all this just so you can't see it. There we go. Just so even if I do all that, you won't be able to see, whoops, you won't be able to see like the dirt blocks underneath it. But yeah, I might do that, and then get some birch hedges, and add the birch hedges along the side here like that. Yeah, do you know what, that doesn't look that bad actually. Even if I just did that, one, like that looks okay. Add a bit of like variety to it, and then same again, I'm going to go around, I'm going to add this to all of them, obviously apart from the ones there, because you won't see it, because obviously they're the inside bits. And also there's one other thing that you'll see different on this, like when the final thing comes in, is that you can see here I've got like extended parts, there I've got an extended part, these back two I haven't, because obviously it's going outside the border, which I don't want to do. But if I did, for example, if it obviously got outside the border, it would look something like that. But because obviously I'm not allowed to do that, I'm just going to get rid of them. But you can see, get the point where I'm coming from. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the windows, get all the side, the walls done, and I'll come back to you once I've got the majority of it done, and we'll start the inside. Right guys, as you can see, the entire house is all done on the outside. What I've done is I've added a little pond, like, I'll start from the front here. So you've got on the right, you've got a little pond here with tropical fish in it, lily pads. Obviously, as you can see, I've got the 3 different bushes and melons. I use them all the time just because it makes it more vegetated and makes it look better, I think. Go around the side here, we've got a bit more of a garden. Back here, we've got a bit more of like a wheat area, like a bit of like food that you can grow yourself. The roof I have changed a little bit because it was a little bit low, I thought, so I made it a tiny bit higher, which I think it looks a little bit better. I still feel like there's something missing, but I'm not sure what that is just yet. If I find what it is missing, I'll let you know. But what I'm going to do is, I'm actually now going to go on the inside, do the entire inside, obviously use all the items that I've got to use here, bed and the chest, crafting table, furnace, anvil and chests, so it's like storage, repair, cooking, crafting, valuables, bed. That's basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to have obviously the bedroom up there. Ooh, that was a very scary noise. But I'm actually going to have, for this bit, I'm going to have a ladder going up instead of being like a staircase. So I'm going to have like a ladder going up somewhere here just to lead up to the top. Anyway, what I'm going to go and do is I'm going to start on the inside now, then I'll come back and I'll just explain everything, what I've done, and basically what the next one's going to be, which is going to be jungle. So I'll catch you in just a bit. Right guys, I've done the outside. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn around, I'm going to go inside, show you all the inside and explain what I've done. So as you can see, when I flew around before, you've seen the outside and what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk down here, I've come in, straight away, you've got right in front of you, you've got obviously an armor stand to put in front, like all your gear on from like being like a fight on the night out or being on an adventure. Throw your armor on there. Then I'm scared of that, don't want it. And the chest, that's part of obviously one of the things that you need. And a clock, just obviously just to tell the time of day. And as you come in and turn right, straight ahead, you got the kitchen. So come over here, got a little sink, got obviously a little bookshelf, maybe crafting recipes or furnace, like cooking recipes. Another clock, furnace, obviously one of the things that you needed. We've got a blast furnace here, which obviously leads to the outside. Which what I'll do is I'll do that quite quickly now. I'll do that with you. Is that I forgot to add a chimney to it, which is my bad, but let's just do it real quick. Obviously this shouldn't take too long. Just adding a few blocks here and there. Like that. One there. There. Make it go one lower. There we go, and that'll do. And basically just make this a bit of a spiral going upwards like that, for example. Like, I say every other one, just delete it. For example, like that. Like that looks perfectly fine as it's spinning around. Anyway, back to the inside. So I've showed you like basically as soon as you walk in, it shows you the kitchen. To the right here, we've got a very simple like chest area. Obviously, it looks quite empty, but I'm trying to make it as like spacious as possible. Otherwise, you don't get too cramped in. You don't like be here and you like got all this around you. Whereas obviously, I'm trying to make this as kind of open as possible. Obviously, I've got the crafting table actually in the floor. Obviously, chest is one of the other things you need. Crafting table is one of the other things you need. But I'll put that in the floor because I thought maybe it's like the center of attention. Everyone can use it. Come back here. Obviously, you've got an anvil, your workstation. This is obviously where you do your repairs. Same again. I tried to keep it as open as possible to lead to the outside, where you obviously the garden will be. And then I didn't really know what block really to use here because otherwise you can't just have like obviously ladders hanging, as you can see. So oops, let's fix that. There you go. So I thought glass would look alright because it kind of see through to the point where you go up and you can see behind there. It's not really affecting. Imagine like obviously it's like a full block where it's like that and you're going upwards. You just wouldn't be able to see behind it. Anyway, we come up here, and up here we've got the bedroom, which is obviously nice and a little cozy. It's a little bit cramped, a little bit small, but so it's got a painting to it just to make it look a bit more lively. A little flower, some more books to read during the night, clock to tell the time. You got oops, no meant to look down that way. Got a good view of like obviously what's going on around here. Obviously you can just not see out that window, but sleep there. Anyway, that's the entire house pretty much done, dusted. I went through. I've got all these, and I got all the, like, at least the requirements to go inside the house. And then I think, to be honest with you, I think I'm pretty happy with how the house has turned out. To be honest with you, it could have turned out worse than what it is, but I think because obviously Birch is quite obviously a hard block to work with. I think Birch and Jungle are going to be the two hardest blocks to work with. Maybe Acacia because it's a small house, whereas if I look down there, you can just start seeing the corner over that side. Oh, I've just showed you there. Well, anyway, you can see the corner over there where Sen's house is. Yeah, what I'm the occasion. That occasion looks good on a big build. On a small build, it might be a bit harder, but we'll get to that later on. That's way in the future. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually end the video here. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn the notification bell down below, and I'll catch you guys in my next episode. See ya!
We can make a wildfire get away.